There's a snake in my boot. I repeat, there's a snake in my boot. What's going on, guys? It's Valrico here, and today we're playing some PlayStation 3 Red Dead Redemption multiplayer gameplay. Now, I dusted off my PlayStation 3 out of the abyss, out of the attic, you know, and I broke it out, and I said I want to play some Red Dead Redemption. I'm doing a Let's Play of it, obviously. If you go to my channel, you can check that out. As I'm recording this video, we're at episode 5 right now. There's a total episode of count of 15. I just completed the game, and I'm going to be moving on to the Undead Nightmare very, very soon, probably tomorrow. Now, right now we're playing some Red Dead Redemption multiplayer gameplay. There's not a lot of people online anymore. There's probably about, I don't know, I ran into like 50 or 60 people. One thing about this game, it was the loading times are terrible. They're so bad I'm running around with a Mexican sombrero because I'm not able to change my character, because when I click the outfitter button, I waited like 4 minutes. 4 whole solid minutes of loading screen to try to change the outfit. I couldn't do it, so I gave up and said, fuck it, let's just play multiplayer. I don't give a fuck if I'm running around with a big ass sombrero blowing my cover. Look at me. Fucking, he's wearing assless chaps, alright? A fucking sombrero, alright? And a blue fucking dress shirt with a vest on and cowboy boots. I mean, just what are you wearing? What are you wearing? But that doesn't matter. I just wanted to play some multiplayer gameplay. I didn't really give a fuck anymore at this point. I tried for like 15 to 20 minutes to load in different matches. Now, this was the original Grand Theft Auto Online. I just want to point that out. This was the original Grand Theft Auto Online. When it was popping in its heyday, I remember getting this game as soon as it came out, the day, like, probably the month it came out. Probably not the day, but the months that it came out. As we switch over here to free-for-all on at Armadillo. I think the town is called Armadillo, but we're playing free-for-all, and actually it's at nighttime. And after I get killed right here, I go on a long-ass kill spree. I was murking dudes. There was like 4 or 5 people in this lobby, and I ended up making them all quit. But I started whooping boys, man. I felt like a dirty gunslinger. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Clint Eastwood. But when this game was in its heyday, it had a ton of people online. You can go into free roam and shoot at people right now if you want to. I know for a fact, like, the easiest thing you can do is, if you want to go online, is you can do cooperative missions. You can do gang hideout missions, just like on Grand Theft Auto Online. You basically can run around and just kill each other. And it's pretty fun, but I wanted to play a competitive match, and that's why I was playing this against more people. Now, I'll try tomorrow to play again online and see if I can get some more footage. I think for the best thing for me to do will be to try to play online when it's most populated during the day. Probably during like midday or something like that. I think that'll be the best time to play online. But as you can see right now, I'm running around here and I'm fucking laying down the law. I'm feeling like Clint Eastwood right now. I am a new sheriff in town. The graphics are beautiful. They look really good, you know, for a PlayStation 3 game. The gameplay is really, really good. Back in the day, like I said, it was really fucking fun. I spent a ton of hours playing this game. For some reason, when I got online, I said I was level 1. Maybe it was because they reset my stats because I haven't been online in such a long time. But I was playing on this original account, you know, when this game came out. So I don't know what it was, but it didn't really matter to me. I just went on there and I started whooping boys. I was ranking up in this match. I think I got to level 4 in this match alone. I started just beasting dudes. The concept of this game, like, the multiplayer was tremendous. Everything was pickups, and you know, the health obviously regenerates, but everything was pickups. You pick up different guns. I think everybody just starts out with a cattleman's rifle, and then you can pick up repeater rifles and shotguns throughout the game. But I started out with the cattleman's rifle, and then I ended up getting this shotgun, which in a minute you're gonna see me start laying dudes down. This gun was unstoppable. Up close, it was just an animalistic gun, and there you see the Deadeye ability, which doesn't put people on this. Look at this shit. Ugh, get that out of here, bruh. I'm not having it, bruh. 6 kill streak. I think when I get 7 kills in a row, and they started doing call-outs like Halo, which I also like. I think that that needs to be in more multiplayer games. When you're on a kill streak, I want a guy to come over on the voiceover and be like, Stone Cold Killer, because that's what he said when I was whooping dudes. He goes, he's a stone cold killer. And, you know, I guess everybody on both teams can announce it, but I don't really know because I was playing free-for-all, like I said. But damn, man, honestly, they really need to come out with, you know, I was talking to my cousin about this. They need to come out with a first-person shooter cowboy game, western game. Fucking revolvers, repeater rifles, shotguns, sniper rifles, and that's pretty much it. That's all we want right there. And then, you know, have a good story around it or whatever. But that is fucking fire. A fucking cowboy / Indians game, multiplayer game. That would be fire. I would just land. Look at me, stone cold killer. And by the way, for the people who are looking at the kill feed, I go back. This was my old school name, my old school account. So I go by the name of Pro Marksman 15 back then. So, you know, whenever you see that in the kill feed, that is me going beast. I think I get killed right here if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. But I was running through this fucking town and just murking dudes. Now, the multiplayer, like I said, is really, really fun. There's multiple different maps. There's also the ability to do co-op missions, and, you know, it's just like Grand Theft Auto Online. This was the original blueprint for Grand Theft Auto Online when it came out. Look at this guy right here. I think he's in this building right here, if I'm not mistaken. This guy is in the what is that? Oh no, that's not the sheriff's building. That is the train station. So look at him, he's in there. Oh, now he's back on the outside. I don't know how this guy got me. We ended up trading kills. He was just standing still for the longest. He ruined my goddamn kill streak. That son of a gun, that dirty heathen. But I respawn and I go back on another kill streak and continue laying down the law in Albarillo. Now, like I said earlier, there's not that many people playing this game online. I have to check, you know, during prime time hours to see where the players are. I'm sure there's more players on this than Xbox 360 for the simple fact that multiplayer was free for the PlayStation 3 back in the day, which I think is a good thing to where you want to go play these old games and not have to worry about this, you know, paying for shit at all. So one of the other things that I thought this game was unique for was the shootout at the beginning of the game. Now I got thrown into this match, but the previous game that I was playing next to the, you know, trains and picking up the gold, you know, the money bags and shit like that, I started out with a gun, a shootout. It was a standoff shootout. That was fucking fire. Like, that was such a unique thing about this game. And when you're playing with other players, you all line up and have a shootout at the beginning of the game. That is fucking dope. There'll be like 4 or 5 dudes. I don't remember what the max team layout was. I don't know if it was 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. I don't think it was 6-on-6. I think it was either 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. But when you line up, you all line up and shoot at. You could basically shoot at anybody you want, but you know, if you're playing with a team, you want to shoot at the guy who's directly in front of you. But you know, it's crazy because you might not survive. Most times, you won't survive that shootout. But it's fucking dope when you're like the last guy to survive because you killed, you know, 2 guys because one of your teammates got killed. It's just a fucking interesting situation. You want to win those shootouts to get the advantage when it comes to those objective games, to get the money bags, you know, to run and get the money bags quicker because it takes a little second to respawn. So anyways, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. The video is almost coming to an end right here. This is where I get them to quit. One by one, they all fall. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I might try to upload some more multiplayer gameplay if I can get the footage. It's hard to find people to play, but the game is really, really fun. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, gab.ai/Valrico, youtube.com/Valrico, and I'll let the gameplay run. Peace.
You don't have much time. Huele a mierda por aquí. A ver quién no se lava el culo.